What's going on, guys? We got some squad builders for you, meta squad builders from 50k, 100k, 150k, 50k, 400k, 500k, 750k, and a million. So we're going to go through this incrementally and show you how to upgrade. Now, this is the first team, a 50k team. Now, everyone is chosen here for a specific reason. Players like Consa, you might not look out twice. They do have the jockey playstyle and very good defensive awareness. So a lot of these cards on, like Madri, for example, on face value looks like a really bad card. But then when you look at it, she's got whipped pass, playstyle plus, and there's your 83 defensive awareness, and those stats as a CDM is one of the best CDMs in a game for that price range, if not under 100k. So everything's chosen for a reason. So we start off with Kurasi up front. She is very good. She's 4-star weak foot, good agility and balance, good finishing and good sprint speed. For this budget, you can't be really picky unless you go down the Liga F route, as I did in my other team. You can't be picky here, but this is a really good card. Alongside it, we've got Katoto, another very good card, 4-star, 4-star. Very good finishing. She's 5'10", so she still feels pretty decent on the ball with that balance. But she can play as that taller striker alongside Kurasi. We got Danjuma that can also play as striker. Very good wing gear, 4-star, 4-star. Cascarino, amazing card again. Lacks the weak foot, but if she's purely on the right-hand side, she's got the quick step playstyle plus, and going inside, she's a different caliber. And then we have Van der Ven. I'm sure you know who he is. Left backs, there's not that many in Premier League. Not under a certain budget, and they all got low pace. And then we got Gvardiol. I'm sure you'll know him, the block playstyle. And Wan-Bissaka's chosen because he has slide tackle plus, block, and very good sprint speed. That's the reason why we chose him. And Walker cost too much. And Pope because he's got save with feet trait or footwork. That is a 50k team. We've got Bruno Guimaraes as well in midfield. So you've got one guy that can play defensive and one that can play holding. Now we go to 110. Now you've got a bit of a choice. Now I put Hegerberg in. Now if you want to, you can keep Kurasi in. She's got the finesse shot playstyle and the technical. She's 5'9", so even though she lacks the balance, she's actually really good. I think when you put a hunter on her, she's really good. Now if you want one agile player or two agile players, either go with Hegerberg or Katoto for two kind of mid-tier but good players, but they're maybe not the most liquid. Or you can put the other striker I put in, or you can put someone like Diego Jota in. Bit slower, but you also have Danjuma as well. We kept him in because for the price, there isn't really anyone better in the Premier League. On the right, we got Cascarino. Again, you can always swap this as well with someone else. We did put Bruno Fernandes in midfield, just if you want that attacking threat. You can leave. There's two options. You can actually put Gayoro here as well. So the other option, you can put Gayoro here. She's a very good box-to-box player. And then the centre-back we kept the same because with that kind of budget, you don't really have that much wiggle room when you go to 100k. You can maybe afford one or two players here and there. But that is really much you can do. Everyone's got full chemistry here. So it's a perfect team. And Guardiola, as I said, one of the best centre-backs. Now we're jumping out to 300k. Now, to reduce this down, you don't have to put Son in. Now, I think Son is imperative. In fact, you can actually get rid of Saliba and drop it to about 250. And then what you can do is you can also put someone else here and drop the price. Now, I've gone heavy on Son because Son is one of the best strikers in the game. If you've not used the playstyle plus finesse shot, it's unbelievable. But it's very important the player has good curve. That's why Morgan's finesse shots are not good as Son's because Morgan's only got 72 finishing, that USA striker. Now, he's probably one of the best players you can get in the Premier League. 5-star weak foot with a hunter. It's a god tier card. He's playing striker though, so he can play that cam or that striker role. Fantastic player in real life, fantastic player inside the game. So although he's a chunk of the budget we put him in, if you really want to reduce the budget, you can put Luis Diaz here, and you can put Danjuma up front or whatever. Then we kept Cascarino in. Now, you can get rid of her. The problem is, like you're going to see this is a problem, there isn't that much wiggle room on the right-hand side. We got Diani. Diani's too expensive. If you want to, you can go with a Kulu Morani and move him or her forward. So you move Kolari, but it's not that much options that you can see. There really isn't that much. And even if you go to the Premier League, it's kind of where it gets worse because Premier League, the thing is about the right-hand side, you have Diaby, and that is probably it. So you could probably go with a more of a budget option, but Anthony is too slow. I'd rather have a weaker foot. You can go with Bailey if you really want to, but I'd rather have a bad weak foot, but at least pace because the right wings are not going to shoot that much. And then we put Gayoro in because she's one of the best box-to-boxers here. Look at those stats. Unbelievable stats. Some of these cards are so good. And she's got the relentless playstyle as well. And then Saliba comes in, of course, one of the best centre-backs in the game. I would say top 5 probably. She's got a jockey playstyle. So you see we're choosing players at 86 sprint speed, 85. We're choosing very particular players here. These are very carefully chosen. They've both got the jockey play stuff. If you struggle with defending, you shouldn't struggle with these guys. Then we're going to jump to 500k. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. I put Jota in as an example, but you can leave Katoto here. You can put Karasi here. You can put whatever you want. You can even put Danjuma back in. Now, Jota, the good thing is that he can play that cam role. So if you are playing a 4-2-3-1, you can put a Hunter on this card, resolve most of the issues, 93 finishing, and he's got 5-star weak foot, and he's got decent passing. Or you can even put a Catalyst if you really want to. He's just a pure cam. But this gives you the option to play around, and we put Tonali in. If not, one of the best centre mids in the game, one of the best goal card centre mids. But if you don't notice, but he's got 86 sprint speed, 83 defensive awareness, and he's got 82 shot power and 83 long shot. So not only can you play that CDM role, which is fantastic at it, you can play that box to box. So in fact, you have both players here that are very, very effective. In fact, maybe you can argue this is a bit too defensive. You can always replace one of these players like Tonali with KDB or Guerrero. You can put her back in. And just to keep the price, as I said, the price here really is the main thing is Diani. That's the reason why we put her in, is just to kind of, I mean, I'm sure you all know her, 5'6". She's one of the best players in the game. 90 finishing, 90 sprint speed, 89 agility, 84 balance. And look at that physicality. Some of these cards are just absolutely insane. So she's priced very highly for that reason. But I think it's really, really effective. We left Wan-Bissaka in because I think for the budget, it's not worth budging someone. Walker's not worth 100k at this budget. And Van der Ven, you have the same issue here. You can go with, there's Batcha from League One. And I think it's Karachari, I think her name is. I'm not too sure. They can also go in. You have Batcha as well. I forgot the other player, but she's a left back. Sorry, I'm not even going to pronounce that. I'm not going to attempt, but she's also a very good option. But it's not worth spending the money, I would say, on left back, right back. You just need pace. Then we're going to move over to like the big boy. This is the big boy team really here. You can keep, if you want to, another player in. You can put Gvardiol in. That would reduce it. So to keep it 700k, keep Gvardiol in, and then maybe you get rid of Rashford. Now Rashford is one of the best strikers inside the game. So that is the reason why we put him in. 5-star skill moves, plays better in game, power shot trait, quick step and technical. He can do a bit of everything. The only thing that really lets him down is that 3-star weak foot. However, on the wing, he's exceptional. So Rashford is exceptional winger, Son's exceptional striker, Diani's exceptional striker and winger, Cascarino's the only weak point. Now, this is where I would say it depends how much budget you have. Now, Walker, he's 100k. Now, realistically, on the right-hand side, I'm going to be dead honest with you, right? Unless you're playing in a low division. If you're playing foot champs, you cannot use someone like Alexander-Arnold. Maybe you can get away with James, something like that. Now, if you really wanted to reduce this down, what I would say is, you can put Wan-Bissaka back in. Let's say you want to reduce it down. You can put Wan-Bissaka back in. Then you can drop both of these players. And then what I would say is this reduces the budget significantly. Then you can go with Timber and Gvardiol. Now, you might laugh at this Timber card and be like, why on earth I put him in? Laugh today, cry tomorrow. One of the best centre backs I've used. He's got 83 defensive awareness, 82 stand tackling. Heading accuracy makes his defending look worse than it is. Good physicality. And the jockey and intercept playstyle. So although he looks very average, I have him in one of my other Premier League teams. A fantastic card, but that can reduce the budget down as well, and you can get rid of the left back as well. So that is the two things. If you have more money, you can put VVD in, or you can put Van der Ven in. Again, because he's really got the pace here, and you can keep the chemistry up, and then you got a really good card. Then the right wing, what I would say is once you do get a bit more money, the thing is in the Premier League, it's only I would say 2 players realistically here. I would say Salah, and then you have someone the likes of Joe Cole. That Salah card is just too expensive. You can, if you want, you can go towards a Doku, but I would just say get Salah. And anything else you have on top of that, you get Walker. And there you go. That would be considered a complete team because you have top tier players in every single place. Even Madri is very good. But let's say you're really skeptical and you're like, you know what, you don't want Madri and you really want attacking player, you can put KDB in. There is that much other choices for centre mids in Premier League, but if you want to, you can put KDB. But I'll be honest, Madri is really one of the better cards inside the game. Very, very underrated. But that is the Premier League and D1 League hybrid. But as I said, Madri or Guerrero, you can put her in as well. Then she got that option as well. and you can go with a French manager and you get the chemistry. Well, anyway, that is the squad builders, guys. We're going to be uploading more squad builders, weekend league ready. So make sure you tune every single week. Stay up to date. You can subscribe for more. Put notifications on if you want to see that as well. I just want to give you guys a different variety. You could choose any of my squad builders. We're trying to make it different leagues to make it a bit more variable and add a bit of a variety. But anyways, if you want to see more squad builders, you can come to my Patreon series, and you want to see more gameplay tips, patreon.com/no guys. Want to get better after 1 month? Where we find your money. Link should be somewhere down there or to the right hand side. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace, guys.